Well, good afternoon, everybody, and thank you once again for joining us at the United Regional Chamber's weekly update. We did play hooky last week because of Thanksgiving, so we didn't have a show. But this week, I'm very happy to bring on Miss Sarah Achin. She is the president of the Council for Children in the Attleboro Area Council for Children, and we're going to talk today about Christmases for kids. Hello, Miss Sarah.
Hello.
Thanks for coming on the show today.
Not a problem. Thank you for having me.
Well, this is a very important time in our communities, and this program that you run and with Kelly, it services and helps so many people that more people need to know about it. So tell us a little bit. What is Christmas for Kids?
Christmas is for Kids is a local organization run through the Attleboro Area Council for Children. And what we do is we supply Christmas gifts, toys, and clothes for children in Attleboro, North Attleboro, Plainville, Seekonk, Rehoboth, and Norton. I think I've got them all there. And we get them Christmas gifts and clothes that are individualized for each child. So that is really what takes us a lot of time. We have some great donors that go out there and get stuff for them, but then we make sure to personalize every bag for the children. And we help
And
over 900 kids, it looks like, this year.
oh, it's just such a great program. It really
Yeah.
is. And also it's not just for the kids. I know that sometimes in those packages you put something in there for mom and dad too, don't you?
We occasionally are able to have special donors that came into us and say they want to do something a little extra for mom and dad. And so we are occasionally able to do that. It doesn't happen with all of them, but we do have some donors that say, you know what, mom deserves $25 to Dunkin' Donuts to go get some free coffees for the week or whatnot. So we do get some of those great gifts.
And tell us, how did Christmases for Kids get started?
So Christmas for Kids actually got started with Dave Kane. Dave Kane used to be on the radio in Attleboro and still is now, but back in almost 30, 40 years ago now almost. And he was doing it on the air. So on the air, he would say, Jimmy Smith is looking for a snowboard this year for Christmas. Can anyone do that for Jimmy Smith? And the callers would come in and they would say, they would like to supply the snowboard for Jimmy. And they bring them down and he would get them distributed that way. It's become a lot more complicated than it was back in the days. And it was a lot more than just one gift now. But that's actually how it started with WARA, I believe.
Well, I'll tell you, it started out with individual ones, and I was fortunate enough to volunteer a little bit last year. It
Yeah,
runs like a Swiss clock right now.
we
You
do have
folks
that.
have it
Yeah.
down to such a science. Tell us a little bit about how the whole program works.
So the whole program works. We have story sheets for kids. So each individual kid, whether it's a mom and dad that are filling out the paperwork for them, or a guardian, or a social worker, or social worker from DCF or a different agency, from a homeless shelter, or whatnot, they're filling out an individual paper or called a story sheet for each child, and they tell us a little bit about them and what their wish is for this year for Christmas. Like my example before, Jimmy Smith really wants a snowboard this year, but they also give us things like, hey, they need a winter coat and it's a children's size large, and he needs boots and he's in size 7 boots, and he also could really use a Patriot sweatshirt because he's dying to have one and has never had the privilege of getting one of those. So we get a very special individualized sheet, and we go out to the community, and the community has helped us in a lot of different ways. One way is that people call in and they get matched to a child that they can do all the shopping for that child. Other ways is that we've had a wish list this year on Amazon and at Target that we've had people, supplying us with different specific items we need for children. Um, and then when that stuff gets dropped off at the drop-off center, they come and drop off, the donors drop it off, and then we personalize the bags. We have elves there, which, as you've seen in the past, there's quite a few of us elves, somewhere between 15 and 20 a night, that are there trying to make sure that bag is personalized and perfect for the child. So Christmas Day, they'll have a great gift to open up, great gifts to open up.
So I'm going to ask two separate questions here. Now,
Yes.
if there's a child in need or a family in need, how do they go about getting on the list?
Right. So there is an application process that actually closes down this Saturday for new families. New families need to fill out the application as soon as possible. It is on our website, which is councilforchildren.org. and they fill out the application with the supporting documents, and then also those story sheets I was just talking about. So those have come to us. That's how a good percentage, about a third of our children come to us through that type of process, where a parent or a family, a guardian are filling out the application directly. Some other people that, other children that come to us are through agencies. We do work with, Family Services, Department of Family Services, New Hope, different organizations, the Literacy Center, and so on. So.
And if somebody wants to, this isn't the right word, but adopt a child or take a child this year, what do they do?
If someone wants to sponsor or get matched to a child, they need to call us. They can call us at our phone number, which is 508-226-0911. And we're there from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturday from 8 to 5. So they can call us and we will match them up with a child if they want to, sometimes people like to sponsor the same type of children they have in their family. So if it's a mom and dad and they have a 6-year-old and a 9-year-old, they want to do a 6-year-old and a 9-year-old, we'll find the right child for them. And other times, a lot of times the teenagers got forgotten because they're not as fun to shop for. So we always have some teenagers. So if you're looking to just do some easy shopping, some gift cards and things like that, we definitely have kids for you to help out with. So.
And tell us where the drop-off centers are.
Yeah. So our drop-off center is at 135 County Street in Attleboro, which is the old Brennan Middle School. It was old high school at one point. We're there, like I said, from 5 to 8, Monday through Friday, and Saturday 8 to 5. And you want to drop off at Prospect Street, which is the back street behind that runs parallel to County Street. We have a door there that has a big yellow banner that says Christmas is for kids. And we'll actually have volunteers come out to you and get the stuff, so you don't even have to get out of your car if you don't want to.
Yeah, that's what I did last year, and probably will do more of that this year. And it's very, very much appreciated how generous the local public has been, and how many years this has been going on. What other plans for the Elves this year? I know that you've had a real challenge last year and running into this year with the COVID protocols. Tell us a little bit about how we're getting around that.
Yeah, so with the COVID protocols, we made a decision as a board, the board of directors, that everyone that was coming into us needed to be vaccinated. That way we could be safe for everyone that was in there. We also are trying to limit the space so that people have plenty of room between them. We're having people not work as together as much as we used to. We are giving the option to, if you want to wear a mask, but we're not requiring it at this time. We are sanitizing before and after we use every table, and we do have hand sanitizer available. That's on every table, so people can sanitize as much as they feel is necessary. As far as, that's mainly for the Elves. For the drop-off, for the donors, again, we're making it so they don't have to come in the building. They don't have to get out of their car. We send someone out to them with all the paperwork they could possibly need, a little thank you note, a little calendar of what we have going on, and the special form, for the IRS, so they have it for their taxes.
And that was a question that was asked to me, and I'm going to ask you now. Is this tax deductible if they're going to give a donation?
Yes, definitely. We are officially a 501c3 organization, so it is a tax deductible donation. We give each individual a receipt that they can fill out for the donations.
And is there a certain age group that we really need help with this year besides the teenagers? Like you said, teenagers are hard to shop for. Is there anything in particular that the group is really needing this year? Oh, we got a little freeze here for the moment. Sometimes the internet doesn't work for us all the time. But we'll be right back. Sarah will be in when it clears up. I did have the opportunity last year and to go and volunteer. My chair of the board here, Rebecca Marshall Howarth, she does as well. There's so many, many people that volunteer their time to come in and do whatever's needed to be done. If you wanted to volunteer, you can reach out to Sarah, another big proponent of this, and who really she's the boss lady when we get there, is Kelly Fox. Kelly is actually at a TED Talk right now. She was invited, and that's a pretty prestigious thing to be invited to a TED Talk. But Sarah and the team, they work very, very hard, very diligently, usually before Thanksgiving to start to get things together. And we work all the way up through the week before Christmas, and that's when people can come and pick up the supplies that they need. Here's Miss Sarah is back.
Oh, hello. Sorry about that. I think it's because I mentioned boots. Boots are our big nemesis, and I lost you right then.
So that's the biggest need right now is
Right
children's
now,
boots.
it's snow boots we're having a hard time with. Yeah. We're trying, we're getting them, but we can always use things like blankets and gift cards. And we're looking for drawing materials. So one of the things that we've seen is that we have a lot of nice drawing kits for kids, for artists, but we don't have the paper right now. So we're looking for drawing paper and things like that so that they can practice and canvas and stuff like that. So some of the nicer stuff for the older kids, not necessarily for a young kid to draw on, but for the older kids that are really starting to get into art. That is something that we're definitely short on at the moment.
And those are things that, for instance, if you're not in the financial position to be able to sponsor a family or sponsor a child, but you still want to donate or give, it's gift cards. It is materials like this, the drawing materials, small little things, even if it's one pair of boots, anything that you'd be willing to donate is so very much appreciated.
Yeah, agreed. The one thing we do say, remind everybody, is we do give new gifts, so nothing can be used. So we do new gifts, but we could even if you want, you're at the store and you see a pair of gloves that's a good price, grab those. We can use adult gloves and children's gloves as well. We're short on those as well. We have lots of beautiful hats and scarves that have been knitted for us, so we're doing good on hats and scarves, but gloves we're very short on this year.
All right, so gloves and mittens and things like that, and I'll just throw something out there, folks. Ocean State Job Lot has a great sale on gloves and stuff right now. So if you want to go and grab some of them and maybe drop them off. But is there anything else that the public can do to help, Sarah?
At this time, just, any donations they can do. We can always, if you aren't interested in shopping, sometimes people don't like to do the shopping. We will take any financial donations. We're not saying, oh, you have to go out and go shopping. So if you just want to help out financially, we definitely will accept those as well. You can do that on our website, or at Rockland Trust in Attleboro. They'll take money, from us. They just go there and say, you want to give it to Christmases for Kids, and they'll deposit it right into our account for us.
And Bluestone Bank up in Plainville, I believe, is also another
Yeah,
drop-off center.
I think they'll do that as well. Exactly. So that's if you don't want to go shopping, because I know some of us are not shoppers. So. Again, we have the Target wish list that's on our website as well, which it comes directly to me at work. So that way the packages are being delivered somewhere that there's people at, and it gets it so that I get them to the drop-off center daily.
Good thing that you have use of a truck, because I know that you haul an awful lot of stuff around during this time of year. We
sure do. The guys love doing it, though. They always feel like they're Santa Claus when they get to take one of the trucks and fill it up with stuff to bring over to the drop-off center. They have fun doing it.
And I know when I was there last year, you have a couple of pretty large companies in the area that are very, very generous. I know folks at Attleboro City Hall, they jump in. It's Foreign Auto Parts over there in Norton.
Yep, Auto Part International. Yep.
And how about a couple of the other big companies? Who else are they?
So we've gotten help this year. Prince Sada, they're always fantastic to us. We just got a grant from the Grace Episcopal Church in town, in North Attleboro here. The Central Congregational Church does a lot for us. You said Ocean State Job Lot. They gave us a really great gift card that we could go there and do some shopping. So we actually have some of our shoppers doing shopping there for us. But Target gave us some gift cards this year, so we could do some shopping there with them. I'm going to forget someone, so I do apologize to anyone that's listening that I forgot. I'm so sorry, but there's so much generosity in the area. It's hard to remember it all. Blackington Inn has done a bunch for us. They've done some fundraising for us. I'm trying to think. John Hancock does a bunch of children to help us. I'm not thinking of anyone else right now, of course.
If you work at a company, any company, no matter big, small, medium, whatever it is, and your company is looking for some place to donate or to collect, Christmases for Kids is just such a great program. I'd encourage you to reach out to Sarah, or myself, or to Kelly. We'll put you in touch with the right people, and we'd truly appreciate anything that you'd be willing to donate.
Yeah.
So Sarah, any last words for us today?
I always have to say a big thank you. The community that we live in and we work in and we all volunteer in is so great. I just want to thank everyone that does, take a chance to listen to us, that they, remember us through the holiday season, that their generosity just makes it possible for us to do it. We know we're the little elves, but we're working for every person that's donating for us. And so most importantly, to say thank you to everybody.
Awesome. Well, Sarah, thank you very much for coming on today, and hopefully we can, get a couple of folks to volunteer and maybe support and sponsor a child. Huge shout out and thank you to AACS. Austin Ricketts has jumped in to help us today. We really appreciate the support that they always give and the promotions that they put out for not only us, the Chamber of Commerce, but for children.
Yeah.
All of them, all of the folks that they serve in Attleboro. This is just such a great resource for all of us in Attleboro. So thank you, AACS. Thank you, Sarah. Everybody.
Thank you, Jack.
Thanks. We'll see you next week.
See you soon.